What is going on, guys? It is David Clayton of KZR Racing once again, and welcome back to my F1 Manager 22 career mode for round number 7 today at the Monaco Grand Prix, the Principality, the jewel in the crown of Formula 1. We haven't got much to go through. We've only got a week between Spain and Monaco. If you did miss the last episode, do feel free to check out my channel. The playlist will be there and everything. But if you did see the last episode, the main thing we need to do is we need to go over to our cars and we need to manufacture some front wings, because a certain someone has been destroying quite a lot of them. That certain someone, as you probably have guessed, is Lance Stroll. So I'm going to put these on emergency. No rush. I need to ideally get some of these done before we go to Monaco. But 4 days now, 23rd. Well, we're going to get one front wing at least. We're going to get one spare front wing at least, but unfortunately, yeah, I need to put it on emergency. So it's going to cost us $1 million to get 2 new front wings. But yeah, thanks to Stroll, I kind of need them. I forgot to replace the first one he knocked off at Miami, and then yeah, he crashed out at the end of Spain and took another front wing off. He was in a good position racing Schumacher and Tsunoda, and with like 2 laps to go, he bottled it basically. Not much else to say on that front. So we've got a couple of emails as well to go through. Yep, we'll need to change the engines as well. That's just come through. I've noticed Sebastian Vettel has low morale, which will make it difficult to keep them when their contract runs out. Underperforming in races and not getting along with their race engineer are the most common cause. Well, it's definitely the races. He's perfectly fine with his engineer. I've compiled a short list of possible ways to help him. Hire a new staff member, keeping them paired with me as... Yeah, you're perfectly fine with them, bud. Building and upgrading facilities to improve the morale. Offering them a higher salary and a larger starting bonus if you renegotiate their contract. That's probably what we're going to have to do, performing well on race weekends. So we'll have to see. We've still got a couple of facilities on the way, the design centre and the wind tunnel, which will definitely make the whole thing a little bit easier for us. So now we've got poor conditions on the engines, so we're going to go to the powertrains. We're going to change these on both cars, so we're going to go install on car 1 and also install on car 2. I'll need to think about making more engines as well later on in the season. For now though, we're okay for the time being. Reliability hasn't actually been too much of an issue. I haven't seen anyone retire through mechanical faults on this game yet. But we'll see how that goes. Back to the emails. We did have a few others. Chris Cronin also has low morale. Right, if that's the case, we've still got a little ways to go yet in regards to that. But I think by the halfway point, if we're still not making gains, I may need to hire that new go to the staff, new technical chief, Andrew Green. He's a bit low rated. We did get a new head of aerodynamics. She's definitely a bit higher rated as well. Low. These guys are okay. Drivers though, as you can see, low, okay. Yeah, I was hoping we could do more for Sebastian at the start of the season with these upgrades, but they haven't really panned out as well as I would have liked them to. So we're going to go Spanish Grand Prix posting. Oh, that's the other thing as well. I did remember Lance Stroll got another development point boost. So we're going to go on there and we are going to improve your braking again, because you keep locking up and taking off our bits of our car, Stroll. So around Monaco, I really don't want to be dealing with that, to be brutally honest. What else can we do? We've got the facilities, 32 days to the wind tunnel, 53 days to the design centre. What about staff facilities? Scout department, race simulator. Weekly experience gain. How much would it be to do that? Oh, 2.8 million just to upgrade the race simulator. And what about Team Hub? What's that saying? 1.5. That's all. That's all. How much we got? Hang on a sec. Let's go to the board finances. Where are we in regards to cost cap? So we spent 37 projected. So at the moment, we've done that. So we've still got quite a ways to go at the moment for the cost cap. So I'll tell you what. What we'll do, we'll go to staff facilities and we're going to do the team hub. We're going to upgrade that. It's only going to take 25 days. And the race simulator, we'll bump that up to level 3, and that's going to take, how long is that going to take? 21 days. So I've got no problem doing that, upgrading facilities. If that's going to help if that's going to help those guys in the long run, we're still going to get those before we get the wind tunnel and design center. So that's how much the development facilities work out. I think the next thing to do will definitely be the CFD simulator to get the help on the drag reduction and the downforce and whatnot. But for now, we're going to wait for these things to come in first and see how they go. Operation facilities, race confidence gain, boardroom, hospitality area. I'm trying to find what's the memorabilia room saying? Might as well. That's only 440k. Yeah, screw it. We'll go for that as well. Just stick some money in there. We're going to get morale gain for staff and drivers as well, so that's definitely going to help out on that front. So for now, that's all good there. So if we go across now to that should be everything. So let's do that.
Cars have been racing through Monaco streets since 1929, and this weekend is no exception, as we get to watch the new generation of world-class drivers take over Monte Carlo. This is the Monaco Grand Prix. Monaco is famous for its many narrow twists and corners. From the brake-heavy Le Rascasse to the treacherous Sand of Ott, there are no proper straights to speak of, and it's extremely hard to overtake here. It sounds like simple advice, but getting up as high on that starting grid as possible is the best plan of attack. We might still be early in the season, but that doesn't mean we can sit back and relax. Everything is up for grabs, and nothing is certain at this stage. Okay then, let's get to it.
Okay, as you saw in the intro, guys, it is going to be raining all weekend except the race. So this is going to be a bit of an interesting series of practice sessions. We're going to stick with the tried and true of what we've been doing. So we're going to let these guys do what they need to do. We're going to simulate the first practice session, see where things stand on this front. Next, pretty much, yep, same business as usual. Still 4/10 off the slowest midfield car. Track climatization 44. Right, we'll simulate the second practice session as well. Pass that on. So facility expansion. Okay, so we just had. You just saw at the bottom there our award. That'll probably be the memorabilia room has just been completed. So there's all the bits for practice 2. 53. Stroll hasn't been getting out on track much, so we're going to need to get him out in the first bit of the session.
Hello, and thank you.
Skip that. Right, still heavy rain, and I'm wondering if that's going to be there for the qualifying as well, but let's see what the guys are saying on the setup. So, great. Wow, they're off on the straights. Right, give me a second, guys, to sort this out. Okay, I've just got everything in the optimal range for Seb at the moment. Straights I've gone way back as minimum as I dare, because it is Monaco after all. So we will go on the run plan. We'll stick him out for 22. It doesn't take him that long. And we'll put him on the mediums to start with. Now, as for Stroll, let's have a look and see what Sir Lancelot is saying. Great, good, optimal. Same problem. Bad on the cornering and the straights. So let's see what we can do here. Okay, I've got it into pretty much the same region with Stroll. Similar sort of setup. But like I said before, for whatever reason, the tyres, the optimal range, sorry, are not what they seem to be. Also, I've just remembered something. It's raining, so they want to be on the mediums. So what's that one? 82, 82. So yeah, let's... Actually, I can worry about putting them on the tyres when we go into the thing. So I'm going to put them both on the inters for now. Go back to Sebastian and do the same for him, because I'm not too sure what the rain's going to be like when we go out. So yeah, let's get into practice 3 and see how we can do with these new setups.
What's your thoughts?
Okay, guys, just skip to the end of Vettel's acclimatisation on this setup. I did have to switch back to the medium tyres because predictably it said rain on the forecast, but it didn't rain. So even the weather people in the game don't know what's going on. But as for now, he's up to 72% on setup confidence. So I'm going to leave him out just for a few laps longer to get his track acclimatisation up. And then, when that's done, I'll bring him in. Same with Stroll. He's got quite a bit of ways to catch up, so I may just... well, probably have to bring Stroll out anyway. As for Sebastian, let's just call him in. Let's just call him in straight away. We'll get him in. Oh, he's overshot the pit lane. I made the call too late. So, we've just got to wait for Stroll now. They're both together on track as well, which is handy. So they're following each other and getting all the follow each other and getting the data. So I just got to wait for Stroll now and go from there. And speak to the devil. So what is Stroll saying? He's only 68%. So we're going to call him in as well. We will see what they're saying, see how we can improve the setup. We've only got a little bit of time left, but we'll have to see. Okay, I've made a few tweaks to Vettel's setup. I'm not too sure how that's going to go because he's now right the way down to the bare minimum on the straights, and he's smack bang in the middle in the cornering. So I don't know how much this is going to change anything. Go to the tyres. How much he's got left on these tyres? 68%. We'll just stick him on the softs. That'll be fine. So let's get him reconfigured. Stroll, what are you saying? Still bad on the straights and cornering, but optimal on traction. Give me a moment here. Right, I've got the same thing on. Same things come up with Stroll. I can't do much else without messing up his traction, unfortunately, because traction's in the optimal and I want to keep that as close as possible. So braking stability is good. So we're going to try there. That's probably the best that we're going to get, and we'll see what they say afterwards. So let's confirm that for Stroll. Now let's fast forward and see how this works out. Right, okay, something's just come through for Seb. Let's see what he says. He's up to 83, so that's a definite improvement for him. So we've just got to wait for Stroll now. 83% is better than nothing, so we'll have to we'll have to see what Stroll says. Speaking of which, He's 91%. Oh, he really liked those changes.
Yeah, copy that.
Okay, right, let's call them back in. Seb's probably going to be a little bit... Oh, no, Seb's just... The camera was still on Seb, so I'm going to call these guys back in and see what the setups look like. Okay, Seb's just pulled back into the garage now. That is great, good, optimal on the straights, so all the way at the end for the straights was definitely the way to go. Braking stability good. I don't really want to mess that up for Sebastian because that's all in the ideal range. I suppose I'm messing with the anti-roll bar. That is... If I had more time, I probably would say that is probably smack bang on where we need to be. But 83% is good. 83% is good for Seb, so we'll return to the session. And then Stroll has just come into the pit lane now, so he'll pull in. We'll have a look and see what he says. Close at the top as well. There's not even 400ths of a second between the top three. So let's have a look at Stroll now, see what he says. Oh, 4 greats and an optimal. That's probably, yeah, that's probably the best we could have asked for. I mean, aside from there, really, but again, there's not enough time to get acclimatised to that. So, yeah, everything's all good on the practice front. So let's go into qualifying then. And as we get into qualifying, we are met with this.
Green light.
So this is where the rain was coming. Okay, right. We're going to have to play this a little bit carefully here. What is the rain actually saying at the moment? 4.46, so we're definitely going on full wet tyres. So if that's the case, we're going to full wets. And we're going to do a run plan. We are going to put in enough fuel for 5 laps. So that's all worked out there. So yeah, right. We'll send Seb out in. We'll send Seb out like that, and then we've got to do the same for Stroll. So full wet tyres, run plan, 5 flying laps. Okay, the setup's complete, and the rain has, it did go down a little bit, but now it's come back with a vengeance. So I'm going to send these guys out now. They're fully configured on the wet tyres. So out goes Sebastian, and out goes Stroll. We're going to let these guys pound round for a few laps, just to try and shift some of that water away and see what we can do. Because I don't know how long this rain's going to last for. I want to go out and get these banker laps in now. Well, we're coming up to the end of Sebastian's lap now. A lot of the guys did go out earlier on Intiates when the rain went away, but the rain's going to be sticking around for another. The rain's going to be sticking around for a while. It's gone up to 6 millimeters of rainfall now, so it's best to keep these guys out on the tyres that they're on. The fuel's going to burn off, so they should get a little bit quicker and quicker as they go on. But for now, Seb goes P5 at the moment on that run. So let's go across to Stroll, and he's gone P6, 4 tenths behind Vettel. We're going to have to see what everyone else does at the moment, because those times for Russell and Gasly are not really representative of what they can do. Oh, they're on. No wonder they're on inters on this track, so they've got to be coming back in. More people are putting in times now. I think Zhou and Norris, yeah, they've gone ahead of us, but that's understandable. So, but we're going to be out there for a little while longer, because we're going to be pounding in about 5 laps or so to try and clear the water and whatnot. But Russell and Gasly, I'm surprised they even tried this, because that was never going to work out for them. In the meantime, we're just going to leave the boys to it until the end of their runs, and then when everyone else gets time in, we'll see where we stand. Right, I'm just slowing down the time, because at the moment, Albon has somehow managed to get all the way up into P5, which I find baffling. but the rain has slowly started going down. With only 5 minutes left. Where's Stroll? He's just come through there. Right, I'm going to call Stroll back in. The rain's going down, so I'm going to call him back in. Confirm. And I'm going to stick. If the rain starts coming down harder, if the rain goes away, sorry, I'm going to put him on the inters and try and get him out. Try and get him out again for another lap, because he's a ways off Vettel, but at the moment, no one's really putting in representative times in regards to the pace-wise. So I'm going to keep an eye on the rainfall. I'm going to leave Sebastian going as he is, but for Stroll, I'm going to put a fresh set of inters on and keep an eye on the rainfall and see if that goes down. Because if it drops below, where we need to go for the inters, I did have it up beforehand, but I know it drops. When it drops below a certain point, we need to get out there and do some times on the inters. Vettel, meanwhile, he's still going round. He's got green first sector on this run, so we'll have to see how that goes. Go back to Stroll. Where's oh, there it is, right at the bottom. So 1 to 4 millimeters is where the inters work best at. So if that drops to say 3.5 just before the end of the session, and I have enough time, I'll send Stroll out and see if we can get a better time for him. But at the moment, both guys are still there. Both guys are still safe at the moment. So we'll have to see how things go. With 4 minutes left in the 4 minutes left in this session. There goes Latifi. He's put in a time that's got him up. But I don't know what's going to happen about Norris, Zhou, Ocon, Russell and Gasly. I just don't know. Vettel's actually gone quicker. He's going even quicker now. So what's this time going to be for him? Where's that going to put him? Oh, he's gone up to 4th. Well, that's actually worked out quite well doing this run for Sebastian. He's gotten up to 4th now. I don't know, I think he's probably got one more lap. He's doing one more. This is probably his last lap now. But the rain's still not going down fast enough for Stroll to send him out. Do I risk it? The rain's dropping a little bit more rapidly. I'll tell you what, we'll risk it for Stroll. Let's get him out there. Let's get him out there on the inters. Because if the rain drops down, Sebastian's weaving around, so this is probably an in lap now for him. Yeah, he's coming in. He's coming in now. But it's going to take something special from everyone else to knock him off where he is. We might actually get into Q2, guys. We might actually get into Q2. Here's hoping. Right, we're back with Stroll. The water did drop below the threshold, so he's green. Is he going to put in a good enough time to get up there with Vettel, though? That's the interesting part. As he comes out of Raskas through the final corner, that's tighter than it is in real life. As he goes towards the line now, what's it going to be?
Good session.
And he does go quicker. P2 now for Lance Stroll. There goes Zhou. He's definitely gotten up there. So I think everyone's now... Zhou's on wets. But it's just a case of what everyone sets now. Oh, they're all banging in quick times now. Oh, this is going to be touchy. This is going to be very touchy. Yeah, we're starting to go down now. We're starting to go down. Stroll is currently 8th, now 9th. Vettel's 11th. Whereabouts is Vettel? Is he set? Vettel has not gone quicker, but he was still on the wet tyres. Oh, Vettel. Oh, no, Vettel's been knocked out. Vettel's out of qualifying. We're still waiting for Norris. There goes Norris. There goes Bottas. Schumacher's the last one. We did it, guys. We actually did it for the first time ever. We are in Q2. Vettel, unfortunately, did drop all the way down to 20th, which is unfair to him because he did really well to get up there, but the track dried out so quickly that I just didn't really I didn't think they were going to get those laps in, but Stroll did, as did Albon. Go away, Albon. Just go away. But oh my god. So Vettel and Latifi are out, the usual, but both Red Bulls and Charles Leclerc are down here too. Oh my. Well, this is going to have an interesting dynamic for the race. Carlos Sainz is up there all by his lonesome with the two Mercs as well. Depending on what state Q2 is, but yeah, so we're going to go into, for the first time ever, first time I'm ever actually saying this, but we're going to go into Q2 with Lance Stroll. Okay, looking at the way things on the track are at the moment, there's no, it's bone drying now, so we're probably not going to be doing much in terms of, yep, so we're currently on the soft tyres, run plan, we're not doing 5 flying laps, we're going back to the 1. We may as well, we're not, in dry conditions, we're not going to really be threatening any of the guys up the front, so we'll have to see how things go. Right, we're coming up to the end of Stroll's lap now. I am a little bit annoyed because on the mini-map he got caught up behind Alonso coming out the pit lane, so that's definitely hampered his time. As he goes around the swimming pool up to Raskas, goes around there, and now through the final corner, up to the line. See where this is going to be. We're going to be sending him out again. We're going to be sending him out again because 117.1 is not going to be, not really going to cut it too much. But with Albon up here, I want to really get ahead of Albon with Stroll in this scenario. Yeah, that's how badly we got hampered. 112.2 for Ocon, whereas we did a 117.1. So that's how badly we got held up in traffic behind everyone else. And as we just say that, it has started raining. And everyone who was out on track on dry tyres, well, that's interesting. What tyres are everyone on at the moment? Oh my god, these guys have all gone out on soft tyres. They're not going to beat our lap time, and if this rain sticks around, are we seriously going to fluke our way into Q2? Let's just fast forward and see what these times are. Okay, we've got 4 minutes to go in the session. The rainfall is starting to slowly go away. But is it going to go away fast enough? I'm prepped on soft tyres, ready to go, just in case it is. But yeah, everyone who went out for their first runs got caught up in the rain. So at the moment, both McLarens are out, Albon's out, Russell is going to be out, and Gasly's out. That's if the rain sticks around, though. It's down to 2.8 with 3.5 minutes to go. So it's the exact same situation as Q1. Do I preemptively send out Stroll just in case the rain is eased up enough, or do I risk it? Do I risk it? I don't want to send him out any later than 2 minutes, and if the rain doesn't drop below 1 mil before then, I'm not gonna send him out and risk him crashing. 2.7, 2.2 with let's just speed it up a little bit. 2.6, 2.3. Right, hang on, we've got several guys going out again. They're all going out on inters again. Why, guys? Why are you all going out on inters? There's no need. You're not going to improve on the dry time, guys. There's just no way you can do it. And it's too late. The rain's not going away. Well, that's the end. Checker flag's fallen in the session, so one of the first guys out on track is Ocon's the first guy out on track, so we'll stick with him. He's got Sainz chasing him down as they go through the swimming pool. The rain has dropped, but not enough for dry tyres. So as we go around these corners, we've got some of the first guys up ahead. Bottas, Albon improves up to P7. Russell, he can only manage P5. Sainz goes through. They somehow managed to go quicker than us on a slick tyre run. That's how bad our dry lap was. And now we're just going to wait for these rest of these guys. Schumacher and Norris. Norris crosses the line. He's out. Schumacher is through, but we have done it, guys. We have somehow managed to fluke our way into Q3 for the first time this year. That is ridiculous. So, Lewis, Hamilton, Ocon, Alonso, Tsunoda, Sainz, Russell, both Hasses are through, Zhou's through. We have somehow worked this perfectly by complete accident, guys. This is not just strategy. I just went out on the soft tyres because I thought it was going to be dry. And even though it was a bad lap, it was just enough for us to get through because the rain held out long enough to ensure our safety. So, again, guys, for the first time, like we got it through into Q2, we're going to be going through into Q3 with Lance Stroll, of all people. Can't believe Seb's got to be absolutely seething at this because he's going to be absolutely seething if this was real life, I can assure you. Right, just coming up to the end of Stroll's lap now. He's third car on track. I've only sent him out once in Q3. I didn't want to waste any sets of tyres that we might want to use during the race. Plus, we're not going to be fighting most of these guys anyway. So, Stroll crosses the line. Goes ninth at the moment, but we're still waiting for Schumacher. Yep, there he goes. So, pretty much where I expected to be. In all honesty, I didn't think we were going to fluke our way any higher than that with the dry session. But there it is. Sainz will start the Monaco Grand Prix from pole position. Ocon will start. He stays sixth. So yeah, pretty much as I thought it would be. Sainz ahead of the two Mercs. Then Alonso, Magnussen, Ocon, Zhou, Tsunoda, Schumacher, and then ourselves with Lance Stroll. So, we're starting in the points with Stroll at the start of the race. Whether we stay there is a different matter. Not so much in regards to the pace, but whether Stroll can actually keep it out of the barriers. But let's go to the race and find out. Right, let's take a look at the strategies for our drivers. Poor Seb starting at the back of the field. Hards to softs for the one stop is probably going to be the better thing for Sebastian. Tyre wear is, it's going to be a bit sketchy for the tyre wear. So, but we can leave ourselves open to the two stop if we want to, because Seb only qualified on wet tyres, so he's got plenty of fresh tyres to work with. So we're going to select strategy C for Sebastian, the preset one, and then as for Stroll, he's actually starting in the top half of the table. So, right, I'm going to be a little bit more conservative with Stroll. I am going to start him on the hards again. So we're going to edit this one, but I'm going to put him onto the medium tyres for his second stop. For his second stint, sorry. And go back a few. There you go. So he's going to pit on 48 and go on to. We're going to put him on 49 and go on to the mediums, just to be a little bit safer with him. And we will see how things pan out, because I'm not too sure where we're going to be pace-wise, whether we're going to be holding up a whole load of them or not. But for now, let's go to the race and see what we can do.
It's a bit of a cloudy day for the race, but the atmosphere, as ever, is electric. Looking at Lance Stroll. They're in the front half of the pack, so there's plenty of potential for them. And for the second driver, it's Sebastian Vettel. They're starting in the bottom half of the grid today, so there's a lot of cars between them and the podium. And we're just moments away now. It's time for one of the most exciting races in the world.
Right, 5
This
red lights for the Monaco Grand Prix. And we are away, and Stroll is now holding on to 10th place, hopefully. He's got an AlphaTauri around the outside. Whoops, go on, overtake up the hill. I think he's lost the position. Yeah, he has. He's already out of the points, unfortunately. As for Sebastian, he's taken it a bit easy through the first corner. You just see the thing there for Gasly overtaking us. He's dropped right the way back as Sebastian, but now he's going to make it up in all the traffic. So Stroll's now got the two McLarens bearing down on him. As we go into the tunnel, we'll do a bit of deployment, see if we can just keep up with Gasly. As we go through the tunnel and out the other side, down to the chicane, we will go back to neutral. If we can just keep our noses clean for this race, that's all I really care about mainly. But if Stroll can somehow luck his way in, some of the guys in front make a mistake, and luck his way into the points, I can only hope. That's all I can do, guys. I can only hope at this moment. But this is going to be a bit of a slog, as you can see, because it's narrow, it's twisty, it's Monaco. So we'll see how the guys perform. We'll leave them as they are now. As for Sebastian, he's going to be keeping the Latifi company and holding him up while everyone else gets away. So he's pretty much pushing Latifi up the hill. That's how much Latifi's holding him back right now. Let's see if we can deploy down here. Try and make a move into the hairpin, maybe. Nope, not enough room to manoeuvre there for Sebastian. I mean, literally just ahead of these two are the two Red Bulls and Leclerc. That's how badly the rain messed everything up for these guys. That Q1 period where it dried out right at the end definitely paid dividend for a lot of people. So the only thing we can do now, we just want Sebastian to get round Latifi and get up to the back of the pack in front before they get held up. Stroll has already fallen away from Gasly. No surprise there. We're not still not on par with the AlphaTauris yet. So DRS has now enabled this lap, but there is only one detection point. We're going to go overtake with Sebastian, see if we can get him to make a move on Latifi. He's going to go around the outside, switches to the inside. Is he going to make the dive? He is. Go on, Seb, go on. We're going to keep him on overtake up the hill. Is he going to hold it? No, he's backed out of it. He backed out of it. So annoying. So annoying. Let's put him... no, we want to put him on push. Try and get some... might as well get the fuel working. He's saving fuel behind...
You can stop lift and coast.
He's saving fuel behind Latifi at this moment anyway, so we might as well get him to push. Who's that? Albon's holding up, currently holding up the Red Bulls and the Ferraris. So we're going to stick with Vettel until he gets to the DRS zone, because I want him to be able to get past Latifi at least. As soon as I get him past Latifi, I know he's going to be perfectly all right, hanging on to the back of the guys in front for a while, because they're going to be dropping back so long as Albon's still ahead of him. Stroll is now, he's 2.2 now behind Gasly. So now let's go onto overtake mode. You got the power, Seb, and DRS, fully power, and there he goes. He's gotten ahead of Latifi. That's exactly what we wanted. And now he's going to hopefully catch up to the back of the pack ahead of him, which is head up by Albon. He's already pulled a massive gap to Latifi already. That's insane. That's how slow Latifi was going. And he's already starting to make inroads to that group in front, which is being head up by Albon. So yeah, there he goes. He's already caught up to the back of Leclerc. So that's going to be interesting to see how Seb handles that. It's only going to be a matter of time before those three in front get Albon, because Verstappen, I can see, is already having a look at Albon out of the chicane. No, not quite. Not quite there yet, but Vettel has caught up to them. That's the main thing. Stroll's really struggling now. He's been dropped by Gasly, but I do think that Gasly is on... Gasly's on soft tyres, so no wonder he's dropped back. I want to try and keep Stroll in a decent position for these guys ahead, because they're going to be on hards at the end, whereas we're going to be on softs or mediums in Stroll's case. But at the moment, Stroll's holding his own. He's holding up the two McLarens and Bottas. I just saw there on the list, Verstappen has indeed already got past Albon and is breaking away. He's making a break for it now, so he wants to get away from Leclerc. That's for definite. There you got Albon, Leclerc. There you got Albon, Perez, Leclerc, and here we are. Just taking it all in with Sebastian. I've just noticed Sebastian's fuel is down, so I'm going to put him back on balance. So
Sebastian, we are all okay on fuel.
Sebastian, he's going to sit there and cruise now for the moment. It's going to take those guys a while to get past. In the meantime, with Stroll, he's got plenty of fuel, so we're going to push him. We're going to push him for a little bit.
Yep.
We'll come back later and see how things are going for the guys. Okay, we're just coming up to the end of lap 8 now. As predicted, the other three got ahead of Albon very, very easily and have already broken away now. Albon's now 6 seconds behind Leclerc in the space of the 3 laps that they got away. So I'm going to... Vettel saved up quite a lot of fuel behind Albon, so I'm going to prep Sebastian for the move. We're going to put him on push. Just stick with Albon. Albon's going so slowly. It's actually quite amazing how slow he's going, and he's on softs as well. And Vettel is keeping pace with him on hards. So that's pretty much a good insight into how slow the Williams are around here. Stroll has now caused the trolley train. If we have a look at him, he's got the 2 McLarens, Bottas, and now there are those 3, the 2 Red Bulls and Leclerc have joined him for company. So all those guys fighting behind are actually going to be beneficial to Stroll. He won't have to worry so much about defence. I'm going to go on an overtake for Sebastian as we just cut onto the main straight. Come on, Seb. Come on. Albon's just going to do that stupid trick. Just move his car 1 inch and it puts the driver off behind. That is... That's one of the things on this game that's a little bit annoying. The moves when they defend an attack are so choppy that just like this, a movement that is basically minuscule just does so much to put the driver behind off that they won't go for the move for some reason. It's just really annoying, in all honesty. As for Stroll, he's got a little bit of a gap now to Norris. Norris is with him on hard tyres, so we'll see how those guys go. Everyone else behind is either on soft or medium, apart from Vettel, but we'll go for push with Stroll. We'll push with him for a little bit. He saved up a lot of fuel behind leading those guys, but he's when we were fast forwarding, he did burn it all off to where he was like 5 laps behind, but then he made it all up again behind when I put him back to neutral, so it didn't take him that long. I'm going to put Sebastian on to overtake now before we go on to the main straight. Come on, Seb, come on, you got everything going for you. Is he going to go around the outside? Yes, he does, right the way around the outside, convincingly. Attaboy, Sebastian.
That's it.
So now, hopefully, he'll push away from Albon. We put Stroll back on balanced. don't need to see the replay for that. I watched it in real time. So we're going to leave Seb on push, let him burn the fuel off to get away from Albon. That's all I really care about at this moment. Okay, so we've moved on a little bit later to lap 28. None of these guys have pit yet, which is a bit concerning. The soft tyre runners should be coming in soon. Vettel has slowly been catching this pack, very, very slowly. He's got the leader for company now, so he's going to get lapped at some point, unless Sainz comes in. But if you look on the minimap, Vettel has slowly been going about his business, just slowly chipping away into that pack ahead of him. As Sainz now comes up, and he has pits, so Sainz is now in the pits on the end of lap 28. So now it's just a case of Sebastian just getting his head down. The tyre wear difference, I don't know if you can see it on here, compared to these guys in the mediums, is actually not that much difference, to be honest. But then again, they have been stuck behind. They have been stuck behind the boy. So Lancelot has, for 29 laps, has kept all these guys at bay. Norris has gotten close a couple of times, but he hasn't been able to make anything of it. And as we can see on the left-hand side on the screen, Magnussen, Alonso and Zhou have pit. Let's see, Magnussen goes on hards, there goes Alonso. Magnussen just out behind him. Alonso's going to get a little bit on the pit lane exit, but I don't think that'll be a problem for Magnussen. He'll most likely catch back up. I think he would, but in the meantime, Zhou's just come out of the pit lane. Gasly's also pit. Okay, we just had a whole gaggle of cars go into the pits now. Sorry about that. We've got Tsunoda's just come out ahead of Stroll in the pit stops. So Stroll's now in a train with these guys. And then we had Schumacher. Here's Vettel. He's just here. Who else came in? Perez and Leclerc came in, and they've just dropped behind Verstappen, who's now... Verstappen's actually come out behind Bottas. In regards to the tyres and everything, everyone's made their stops apart from us and Norris. We're the only ones who haven't stopped yet, so we'll have to see how that works out in the long run. Yeah, we're literally the only 3 cars that haven't stopped. But it's a definite one stop. Everyone's going to the end now that has stopped. So now, as we go through these corners, Stroll has dropped back from Tsunoda again. But look at the intervals. Yeah, he's still within DRS range. So overtake again. Push up to the back of Tsunoda. Yeah. This is just giving us a nice little cushion to Norris and Gasly behind us, so we're not going to get caught out by them anytime soon, which is very handy in this retrospect. So we've got 11 laps for Stroll's pit window, but he's still on 59 tyre wear with Vettel. Right, just slowing down now because we've got all these guys now bunching up, and as you can see in the background, the leader has come up to start lapping us, and that has included, he's lapped all these guys. As you see, he's lapped Bottas, he's lapped Verstappen, he's lapped Perez, his teammate, Ricciardo. Did Ricciardo just make a second stop? Did Ricciardo make a second stop? No, he's actually genuinely all the way down there. That's surprising, in all honesty. He stayed out there a bit longer than what he should have. But, yeah, I just want to keep an eye on what's going on here, because I know for a fact that as soon as these guys... Right, yeah, there you go. Sainz has just gone through a Vettel, and that's putting back into the clutches of these guys as well. And now, I want to keep my eye on Stroll now, because it's going to be a bit close, because I'm worried that as soon as Sainz creeps up to these guys, one of them is going to try and sneak through on Stroll. And I really, really don't want that to happen. No, we'll stick on Stroll and see how he goes. Vettel in the meanwhile, he's now close up to the back of Schumacher because of Sainz lapping him, and that's dragged Bottas, Verstappen, Perez and Leclerc, they're all in this one group, but Vettel is stopping again. Well, again, he hasn't even made his first stop yet, but we'll have to see. Probably been a bit ambitious with this strategy at Monaco. I'm not going to lie, it's probably cost us a points finish, especially with Stroll, but it's a tried and true method. It worked before, but I don't think... I now know for reference that on a circuit like this, it's not going to work here. As you go through here, Sainz is just overtaking Gasly, put him a lap down. Norris pulls over. No, oh no, that's not good. Norris pulled over and then re-pulled back into the path of Sainz, and that's cost him massively. He's dropped a long way back from Stroll, so Stroll's got a bit of breathing room, but they'll probably that probably won't take them long to catch back up again. As here comes Sainz now. He's getting closer and closer to Stroll. That's going to put him back. As soon as Sainz overtakes Stroll, that's going to put him back in reach of the guys behind. And that is a whole gaggle of cars that are there together on the circuit. I wish we were a part of it, but we're still committed to this strategy. We haven't made our stop yet, but the way things are going, 50% tyre wear for both of them. Sainz now comes up behind Stroll. Stroll's probably going to let him go here. Yep, there he goes. I just need Stroll to tuck in behind, and yeah, he's safe. So that's handy. And now this all this queue of cars. So let's have a look at what we got here. It's Stroll, Norris, Gasly, Schumacher, Vettel, Bottas, Verstappen, Perez, Leclerc, and Ricciardo's all the way back here. He's been that. He's actually... Oh no, that's how slow Latifi is. He's actually been lapped by 18th place. That's embarrassing, in all honesty. But yeah, so Stroll is leading a train of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars. He's leading the train of nearly half the grid. That's how much it's upset Verstappen, Perez and Leclerc's race. The fact that Sainz is going to get a clean haul of points over every single one of them is amazing, actually. In regards to Sainz, he has, he's dominated. He's in a world of his own, 16.9 ahead of Hamilton. Russell has managed to pull away from both Alonso and Magnussen. Magnussen's dropped back from Alonso, so the dream's over there for K-Mag. Top 5 finish, though, is still a good result if he can hold it. And then Ocon, Zhou, Tsunoda, Stroll. He's P9, but he's still got to stop, as has Norris. So it'll be Tsunoda, Gasly and Schumacher. Vettel will stop, so then Bottas, Verstappen. We're probably going to be both around our usual spot, but we tried, guys. We tried. It was a bold call to do what we did. I probably should have started on the mediums with Stroll and then God's hard to try and keep position, but I thought we could be clever again, and it hasn't worked, unfortunately. So I'm going to pit. I am going to pit Stroll early. I'm going to put him onto the mediums to the end of the race. That'll probably be the safer bet for him. But we'll have to see. How things go towards the end of the race. I'm not too sure where we're going to filter out, on all honesty, now. As we just got a notification through, Bottas has managed to overtake Vettel. Yep, DRS, overtake mode, down the straights, down the inside of Sandoval. That was a move that was coming. Not too surprised, in all honesty. Warm mediums against warm hards against fresh hards. That was always going to happen. Yep, and Vettel is now slowly starting to drop backwards now, as there goes Vettel. Verstappen, sorry, on Vettel. Down the inside, exactly the same place. DRS, overtake mode. Yeah, it's not looking good, unfortunately. We tried to hold him back as best we can, but it's just not enough. Right, Stroll is now going to be coming into the pits on this lap 50. And in he comes. That's going to finally let everyone else go. Norris has carried on, yeah, as I thought he would do, but I feel a little bit more safer putting Stroll on the mediums than I would do the softs. Seb's saying his tyres are getting a little warm, but you're fine. You're fine. We'll put you on light just in case if they're getting a little bit warm. But you are coming in the next few laps anyway, Seb. So you're fine. Stroll comes out in P18.
Red Bull gained a place.
As Perez now has overtaken Vettel. That's just popped up. Let's see it.
There's Sergio
Yep.
Perez.
DRS. Sandoval up the inside. Seb can't quite make it. Seb can't quite make it stick. Yeah, we're just slowly being put back in our place now, guys. That's pretty much the story now. Stroll is now 7 seconds, 7.7 seconds behind Ricciardo. I don't know if Stroll's going to be able to catch him or not. We'll have to see, but we'll put him on. We'll put him on the push for now. We'll get him on the move. And we've just got to wait for Seb to do his pit stop now. Just saw a notification. Leclerc's now gotten Vettel. Oh, he's gone for the more ballsy move at the chicane at the end of the tunnel. And that's going to get him into the back. Yep. Seb's tyres have officially had it now. He now goes up the hill. He's going to be coming in at the end of this lap anyway, so I can take him off his normal driving style. So Seb's going to come in at the end of this lap. He's probably going to drop behind. He's not going to. No, he's not going to drop behind Albon. He ain't that far behind, but he is going to be a ways behind Stroll. So, so promising in qualifying, but yeah, I'm going to put my hands up, guys. My strategy, my stubbornness to start on the hards and make him last has cost us. I should have put Stroll on the mediums at the start. Yeah, should have put him on the mediums at the start, but it's a learning experience as far as I'm concerned. I now know at Monaco in particular, starting on the hards holds no benefit. You've got to start on the softest compound you're available on. Okay, we've just had a crash on track apparently. I don't know who it's for just yet. The notification came through on Stroll. It's Joe that's crashed. Where has he gone in? Oh, is it going to be at Portier, is it? Yeah, right where Ayrton Senna crashed in 88. He's clipped the inside wall and that's put him. He's clipped the inside barrier and that's stuck him in the wall. So where is Joe now? Has he got any damage? Can't see on the onboards. Has he gotten away with that scot-free? There doesn't look to be any damage on his car. Yeah, he's completely gotten away with that. I don't know how he's managed that. But, yeah, that's normally, under normal circumstances, that would have been considered a race-ending crash. But, yeah, the game physics, starting to see a little bit, start to see a few things with the game and that, where it differs from real life. The crash physics are a little bit askew in certain places, like in practice, Schumacher apparently had a crash coming out of Raskas, but all he did was he just stopped on track. And then this crash was Zhou. He's just clipped the inside wall and gone into the outside wall, which would have normally resulted in broken suspension at the least. So, yeah, starting to see where the mechanics can be improved. As Seb's saying, his tyres are getting hot again, so we'll put him on light. As for Stroll, what's he saying about his tyres? Yeah, his tyres on the left-hand side, yeah, they're getting a little bit warm as well. So we'll do the same with Stroll. We're in the middle of nowhere. Norris came out in front of Stroll at the pit stops, and then he just pulled away from us at a rapid rate. So yeah, that's pretty much our race done and dusted, really, guys. Again, like I said, my call on the strategy screwed it up. Should have started on the mediums with Stroll instead of the hards, but it's a learning experience. I've literally just jumped into this game for the first time, not knowing anything, and just learning as we go now. But yeah, I now know that for Monaco next time we come back here. So let's see. Let's go to the end of the race and see how things stand. Right, coming up to the end of the race, and here, Carlos Sainz. He took his first win at Silverstone in real life, but here, it's probably going to be a bit even sweeter because he's going to score his first win in this alternative universe at the Monaco Grand Prix. Carlos Sainz takes the win. He has dominated this race all weekend, taking full advantage of his teammate and the Red Bulls being nowhere around in this dominant fashion. Here comes Lewis Hamilton. Again, not quite on the pace of the Ferraris again, but the Mercs, no mistakes, taking advantage of the situation. He'll come out of Rascasse and finish second. Both of our boys. Stroll did in fact gain on Sebastian in the end. Stroll gained on Sebastian by about 2 seconds in the end, so there's not really much we could do about. I think Seb got caught up in a few lap cars trying to get past him, but 17th and 18th again. Oh, what could have been? What could have been? Here comes Russell. He's going to finish in third. Double Mercedes podium. That will help with their constructors' bid. Double points finish for Alpine. Here comes Alonso in fourth out of Rascasse. Great drive by him. He's been flawless all weekend as well. And then Magnussen, fifth place, last car on the lead lap as well. Ocon sixth, Zhou, Tsunoda, Gasly, and Schumacher. So no Red Bulls and Leclerc in the top flight. Has allowed some double points finishes all round there. And here we are in the screen there. You can see it. Carlos Sainz, he gets the win. I think the fastest lap went to Perez at the end. If I go down, yep, there it is. So no points for the fastest lap on this occasion, but I don't think Sainz is going to complain. He's got his first win of his career, and it's what a first win it is at Monaco, ahead of Sir Lewis Hamilton, George Russell, Alonso, Magnussen, Ocon, Zhou, Tsunoda, Gasly, and Schumacher rounding out the top 10. Double points finishes for Alpine, Haas, and AlphaTauri here. As we go on to the driver's standings, yep, that win for Sainz has put him within 2 points of his teammate Charles Leclerc now. So the championship fight is on between those two. No points finished for Red Bull either, so they stick where they are. Hamilton catches up a little bit, but he definitely gains some space on Alonso there. George, he finished well as well. He's gained on Alonso too. He's only 2 points there behind. Bottas and Ocon hold station, and Magnussen, his fifth place shoots him up to 10th in the standings now. He's jumped Norris, Gasly, and Zhou. So that's definitely, he also jumped ahead of Tsunoda as well. So as we go on to the constructors, more change further down there. As you can see, Mercedes have got the legs up on Alpine at the moment, so still the same in the top 5. But now AlphaTauri has gotten ahead of both Haas and McLaren now. McLaren have dropped right down. Their non-points finishes really hurt them in this race, especially with Haas and AlphaTauri both getting both cars on the podium. And yeah, here we are. I was hoping, not going to lie guys, I was hoping we could at least fluke our way to some points, but again, I'll say it as many times as I need to. My strategy blunder completely fluffed it. Not much I can say to that. It was entirely my fault. Still learning the game and everything. But it's a learning experience. I now know next time not to start on the hard tyres. Not to start on the hard tyres around Monaco. Always go for either the mediums or the softs and then finish on the hards. Track position being key there. I should have realised that, but I thought I could finesse it again with the strategy, but yeah, nothing. No safety cars or nothing. No one crashed that whole race. Well, Zhou crashed, but he didn't suffer for it. That's the thing. If he had actually like properly retired, that would have been a safety car, and that definitely would have played into our. That definitely would have played in for our sake, because we had already stopped at that point. So, yeah, we did stop at that point. If that had happened near our stops, I would have brought both guys in and double stacked. But It is what it is. Our memorabilia room is complete, so that should help with driver morale, and the manufacturing for the spare underfloors is now complete as well. So, bit of work to do. The design for the front wings should be ready next episode, as well as another underfloor part as well. So, for now, guys, we're going to leave it off there. We've got a driver development point for Vettel as well, so we can actually help improve in some areas with him. But hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Do feel free to like the video and leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and turn on notifications. I am David Clayton of KZR Racing, and we'll see you next time in Baku. Goodbye.